record. This many dope MCs on it.
Oh my gosh, it's a classic. Another wake up show.
Wake up show classic. I'm fooling with my niggas on the wake up show. We kick a little something for the radio. I'm fooling with my niggas on the wake up show. We kick a little something for the radio. Check it, bust it, tune it up. It's the corrupt novelist, Nas involved in this liveness. Radio wave slaves thrive inside of this wake up show flow. Hip hop's alarm clock, the bomb spot. Mellow with ganja that makes my eyes turn yellow. See reclined on my left sofa. However close to 9 p.m. Joe Briggs, E-Tech, I could just see him on the 1 and 2 son. My blunt and full pour the rum 92.3. Number one in the slum representing DJs. Sways the hoes, he police the most. What a collaboration. See, I'm comatose, no pork, just knowledge, and I'm born once more. It's the beat that blesses the street deep in the 9-4. Hip hop's last prophet henceforth in existence. The 92.3 megahertz will exert radio waves to slaves for a phenomenal distance. Electrons to fear to slice the cheek so you can hear some slum literature. Consider it will numb your eardrum, kid. You're sleeping like a Saturday. Saint, but swaying King Tech to wake you up on Saturday. 9 to 12 verbal junkies overdosing Joe Quicks to get you fixed to the mix and then them ghosts win.
What's up, my people? Good morning, good morning, good morning. We're up bright and early. Donisha, what's up, Donisha? Everybody is here. You guys are jumping in, chiming in. That means you're in the mood. And if you're not in the mood, we're going to get you in the mood. What the mood for what, dear? The mood to be on the road to $1 million. This is the road to $1 million. I'm Daron Campbell. I'm your real estate mentor, and we're all going to the top. We're going together. We're going as a crew. We're going as a team. We're going as a posse. What's up, Peaches? We're going in unison. Let's go together. Let's take this journey together. Let's take this ride. That's what we do here. The road to $1 million is really about your journey to success, your journey to affluence, your journey to all your goals, to achieve all that you set out for in life. And I'm just here as a passenger with you on your journey to try to help encourage you and keep you awake. I'm trying to keep you awake. Picture me like that annoying passenger sitting next to you on your journey on the road to $1 million. You're driving and I'm your passenger, and my sole purpose is to keep you awake. Wake the hell up. I'm not gonna let you fall asleep on the road to $1 million. You gotta stay awake. I'm gonna bug you so you stay awake so that you get all the way to your destination, right? If you're driving along that highway and you know how it is, you're tired, you're ready to doze off, you know, the coffee's not working. What's up, T? What's up, Lupe? The coffee's not working. The Red Bull ain't working. It's 2 in the morning and you're tired. You need that annoying passenger. We can all imagine who that might be. Well, I'm your annoying passenger sitting next to you, keeping you awake so that you don't fall asleep on your road to $1 million. There you go, T. Wake the hell up. Every time you doze off, you check in at 9 a.m. and this passenger is going to wake you up. That's my function. That's what I'm here to do. That's what I'm trying to help you do. I'm going to keep you awake. You're not going to fall asleep on this road to $1 million. We're going to put in the work together and let's make it happen. All right? How about that? So the idea is to get you motivated and keep you motivated. Then the idea is to help you with tools and ideas to magnify, multiply, leverage yourself, and then help you with the mastery, which is the what to say, the how to say it, the more intelligent way to make more of what you already do. So those are the 3 functions I hope to serve. It's kind of like the core of a course, a seminar that I have taught and created, and it's called the M3 method, or the M3 seminar, or the M3 course. And there's 3 M's that consist, that are the pillars of things that I think that success is built upon. 3 pillars, and I'll tell you what they are. And one day you guys can all, like, we'll do the whole seminar for you, or you can come to one of them or something. But anyway, 3 M's, right? The 3 M's are your mindset. That's the first M, because you got to have the right mindset so that you can can play the game in the right way. The second M is your marketing, because you could have all the great mindset in the world, but if nobody knows what you do or who you are or what you sell or what service you deliver, it's useless. And three, the third M is mastery. And I use the word mastery to describe your skill set, your literal skill set to deliver whatever it is you sell, to deliver what it is you your service is or your product is or whatever. Mastery is your ability to package that and say the words that are necessary to make people want what it is you have to offer. Okay, mindset, marketing, and mastery. That's the M3. That's the Daron Campbell M3 road to success fuel. That's the fuel that's in the vehicle that's taking you down the road to success. It's kind of like this. If you had a great car, but it didn't have an engine in it, you and that car aren't getting too far, right? So you got to have an engine. And what if that car had a really good engine, but it didn't have a transmission? Well, the engine would rev really nicely, but the car wouldn't go, right? And then what if what if you had a good engine and a really good transmission, but you had no wheels on the car? Well, that engine would purr and that transmission would turn, and there's no wheels on the car, so the car ain't going anywhere, right? That's kind of the way I look at the M3 system, if you will. Three things that you must have, and without one of them, the other two don't mean anything. Without wheels, transmission and engine mean nothing. Without transmission, wheels and engine mean nothing. You get the idea. So without the right mindset, then marketing and mastery mean nothing. Without marketing, great mindset and great skills don't mean a thing, because you don't get to try out and talk. You don't get to talk to anybody, right? So you understand what I'm talking about. So the purpose of what I am here to deliver to you as your passenger on your road to $1 million are the three things that make your vehicle go. I love all these metaphors. We're driving, we're on the road, we're in a vehicle, we got fuel, we got engines and transmissions. These metaphors kind of just help crystallize things for me. So I let you guys know the way I see these things. So if in order to have a complete package that is a vehicle that can take you down the road to $1 million, that can actually get that $1 million in your hand, you need to cover all these bases. You see, there's layers to success. And what you'll find is that people who are truly successful are good at taking care of all aspects that together combine to deliver success. Does that make any sense? What's up, Ronaldo? Karen, you are right. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. I like that. All right, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about the buying and the selling of things. There are, I like to talk about this because there's, we talk about why people do what they do. Okay, so I'm assuming we all are in sales, because even if you're not in sales, you're in sales, whether you know it or not. So the point is, to get something done, you got to be a salesperson. And the interesting thing about the consumer, and whether that be the prospect who you're trying to sell to, or the person who you got trying to convince to buy your services, whether that's your listing services as a real estate agent, or the service you deliver, or the business that you do, there are two reasons that people buy things or purchase things or accept things or buy your service. And there's the reason that they tell you, which is usually like the logical reason, and then there's the real reason. So there's the logical reason, and then there's the real reason. And sometimes you can interchange that logical reason with the reason they tell people or tell themselves, and then there's the real reason. Now, so the important thing about that is that people don't always tell you their motivations. So as part of the mastery set of skills you need to have, this is part of the mastery component of you as a complete deliverer, efficient, effective deliverer of your services or your goods, and in most of our cases, of our real estate acumen, our service that we deliver, that's what we sell, is to find out what someone really wants. And I want to caution you, because people don't always tell you exactly what it is they want. Your job, here it is in a nutshell, your job is to find out what your customer, client, prospect really wants. And I just froze. Am I frozen? Oh, okay. I had a little frozen moment there, guys. I saw myself freeze. I'm freezing again. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Signal's freezing. I hope we're okay. All right. Let's finish that sentence. Okay, it keeps freezing, but I hope you guys are okay. Job number one is to find out what your prospect really wants, and then find a way to get them that. Find out what they want and find a way to deliver them that. Now let me give you a good example. Okay, I hope I'm okay. I'm not freezing anymore. I think I'm all right. We okay now? Okay. Okay. Well, this freezing stuff is distracting me. I hope we're all right now. Now the interesting thing about finding out what somebody wants is you got to be a good listener. Let me tell you a car story. You guys saw me at the car dealership the other day. I got another car story. So I'm with somebody a little while ago, and we're shopping for them a vehicle. And so what happened is we're at this dealership, and my friend is thinking, I want an SUV. I want an SUV. I want a cool SUV. And so we go to the dealership, and we talk to the guy at this one dealership, and we get into it a little bit. We look at the SUV. My friend really likes that SUV. It's kind of cool. It's kind of sexy. It's good for business. It's good for pleasure, whatever. And then we talk about my friend's budget. And that salesperson was like, oh man, I don't know if we can make that happen with your budget. It's gonna be, it's gonna be a little bit more than that. It's, why don't we show you the sedan over here? And so we go over there and we look at the sedan, and he gets us to test drive the sedan. And you could tell my client, my friend wasn't that enthusiastic about the sedan. It was just kind of like, that's nice. It's nice. And he was like, and see, you get this, and that's the same as in that other car. And you get this sunroof, and see, that's the same as in that SUV. And you get this, and it's leather interiors. This might even be better than in that SUV, blah, blah, blah. So the salesperson kept telling my friend about how the greatness of this car will kind of get you, it's better than that, and it's almost like that, and okay, and my friend goes, well, all right, well, thanks, let's think about it. Well, why don't we think about it? And we're like, okay, cool. So then me and my friend, we go to another dealership, and we go to this dealership, and we go, well, we kind of like the SUV, and we're not really so sure about the budget. Or whatnot, and the guy hears the story, and we look at the SUV, and my friend's like, ooh, that's nice. Ooh, I like that. And then we talk about the budget, and the guy goes, ooh, your budget's a little bit thin for that SUV. I don't know if we can make that happen, but I can tell you really want the SUV, so I got an idea. Check this out. Walk over here with me. And we walk over. That's pretty good. Sound effects. Wow. And so we walk over, and he goes, I got an idea for you. I have an SUV like the one you want, except it's just 2 years old, but it's certified, and it's all conditioned the right way, and it's got everything you want, but it's a couple years old. And I think I could probably fit that into your monthly budget. Would you consider taking a used version of that SUV you like? And my friend looks at me. I go, yeah. And she goes, hell yeah. And we sat down and we bought that SUV on the spot. Do you hear the moral of the story? No, the beeping isn't the moral of the story. Do you hear the moral of the story? The moral of the story was the good salesperson heard what my friend wanted and found a way to give it to them. to them. Do you understand? Do you get it? It's the difference between making the sale and not making the sale. It's not, can I get her an SUV like she wants? It's, how can I get her the SUV that she wants? She didn't have any excitement for that sedan because clearly she didn't want a sedan. She wanted an SUV. What does a smart salesperson do? Figure out how to get her the SUV. She's willing to compromise something for what she emotionally was excited about. She was emotionally excited about the SUV. Don't put me in a sedan when I want an SUV. Do you guys get it? In your daily routines, you have to be in the business of hearing, don't laugh at my little ears, hearing what your client really wants and finding a way to get them just that. Do you understand? Do you understand? Coming through to you people. I need you to feel this, because many of us go every day talking to people, which is job one. I want you to talk to people. I want you to talk to as many people as possible. But number two, I want you to hear what the people are really asking for. Marlon, can you close that window? I want you to hear what people are really asking for, and I want you to find a way to give them that, or a version of that. A car is not a version of an SUV. A smart salesman figured out, smart salesperson figures out, let me get them a version of the SUV. Okay, I'll give you another quick story. Grant Cardone tells this story about this home that he was checking out, and it was a very, very expensive home, and the reason he was interested in it was because of the view, right? He wanted he liked this killer view, like a jetliner type view, right? And he had this real estate agent shopping for a home with a view for him, shopping for these high-end homes, and he was, he'd always be captivated by the view. And then when the home he really liked, one of them that he really liked, was it had the view, but it was very expensive. He goes, that's out of my budget. I don't want to spend that much. I forget how much it was, $4 million or whatever. He's like, I don't want to spend that much. It's like, okay, I understand. We're not gonna get it for that number, so let's keep looking. The salesperson then starts showing him other homes in the, he only wanted to spend $3 million, I think, and the guy that home was $4 million. And so this person starts showing him other $3 million homes that were much more in his budget, right? Well, he got frustrated with this person because they keep showing him these homes. The ones that are in his budget don't have the view. So this guy's showing him homes without the view. But what the salesperson wasn't listening to was the fact that he was turned on by the view. So what happens later, another salesperson calls him up. I think this is pretty much how the story goes, if I remember it correctly. Another one says, hey, I got this home. The home needs all kind of work. It's crappy for this, and you got to redo that. But it's got this killer jetliner view. He shows it to him, and boom, right there on the spot, fireworks, he buys the house. Why? Because the salesperson who listened understood that the whole motivation was what? The view. What's the moral of that story one more time? I need to hear what my client is really looking for. What are they really motivated by? What is really moving this prospect toward the goal? The timing of that is incredible. I don't even know what that noise means. But anyway, it's like eureka, okay? Hey, Sabrina, the fact is, if you listen carefully, and that's why we talk about asking questions. See, people think sometimes I encourage you to ask a million questions of your client because you're just, it's a process. You're just being nosy, or you think you're walking them down a certain path. But the fact of the matter is, the reason you ask questions is to really uncover the true motivation of your prospect. If they're shopping for, I've sold properties before that I owned, and in certain cases, I've had that property way too long, and so money's tied up in that property, and I can't I can't put that money to other use because it's tied up in that place. So So in those instances, I am much more motivated by a buyer who's coming with all cash to do a fast close. That guy can get a better deal from me price-wise if his deal is quicker. If a guy says, "Yeah, I'll pay you your asking price, or I'll pay you more than your asking price, but I can't close for 90 days." Well, in certain instances, I'm not as motivated by that as I am a lower all cash fast close offer. So what am I motivated by? I'm motivated by the speed with which that transaction can close. And what will that allow me to do? That'll allow me to go put that money to use somewhere else. So I'm more motivated by speed than I am a greater price. I'm the perfect example of somebody you should listen to before you list my property. Why are you selling this property, Daron? I need to sell it. I need to sell it now, and because I need that money out of that property, and I need to take it somewhere else. And then you can properly position the buyer to get to appeal to my motivation, and your chances of creating a sale go way up. The salesperson who found my friend the SUV that they are in love with, the one that makes them excited, got the sale because he found a way to give my friend the vehicle that got her emotionally excited. And he just had to find a way to fit it into her budget. So she would compromise something to get what she really wanted. So what did she do? She compromised newness. She compromised the newness of the car to get the car she wanted, because she was emotionally attached to the look and the feel of that SUV. Gotta be kidding me. So the fact is, I don't think enough salespeople listen to what their prospect is saying. You have to listen and hear exactly what they're saying and what's motivating them, what's moving them, and find a way to deliver them that. So you only have really two things to do. Find out what your prospect really wants, what's really moving them, and figure out how to deliver them that. Because they will always give up some aspect of what they think they want to get all of what they really want. Does that make any sense? I'm sure Grant wanted that gorgeous, pristine palace of a house with the jetliner views, but he was willing to take a lesser house that he could fix up and dress up later to get the view, to get the killer view. You get the killer view, you can fix up the house, but you can take a house and fix it all up. You can't invent the view. So in order of priority, he chose the view as the top priority. A salesperson who had the best chance of making the deal is somebody who heard that view is his top priority. View is his top priority, and said view is his top priority, but his budget is not palace with a view. It's chateau with the view. It's shack with a view. It's an outhouse with a view. Do you understand? The view was the most important thing. Deliver the view. You ask questions, you interrogate your clients so that you can get to the real thing that they really want. Boom! And you deliver that to them, and they'll compromise on just about anything else. What's moving them? Is it the school district? Okay, I'm gonna give you a great example. Is it the school district? There are people who will pay much more for a house, and or right here in the city of Santa Monica is a great example. There are people who want to live in Santa Monica to go to those schools so badly that people will either, one, pay way more for a house in Santa Monica than they ordinarily would, and or buy much less of a house to fit their budget in order to live in Santa Monica. So that's a great example. There are people I have met literally who will do whatever they can to move to Santa Monica so their kids get to go to Santa Monica schools, because these schools are world-renowned public schools. I have seen people jack their budget up for the 4-bedroom house, blah, 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 from $3 million to go ahead and spend $4 million so their kids can go to school in Santa Monica. They're literally paying an extra $1 million so their kid can go to the school that they want their kid to go to. I've also seen people say, hey, I want my kids to go to Santa Monica schools, I would know, and we need at least a 3-bedroom house. But you know what? We'll take a 2-bedroom house in Santa Monica because they're that much more expensive. But that's how much I want my kids to go to those schools. If you were a salesperson trying to sell somebody a home or find somebody a home in Santa Monica, and you heard that they like these Santa Monica schools, but they got a $2 million budget and they love houses with, you know, with ocean views or something, I don't know, pick a thing. And you said, well, you know what? The ocean view you want for $2 million is not in Santa Monica, but I can move you down the street to Venice, let's say. I don't know. I'm just picking cities out of my head. You might find them the house they wanted, but you didn't hear that the Santa Monica schools were their most important motivating factor. Do you understand? If you heard them right, you wouldn't show them anything that's not in Santa Monica because their #1 priority was Santa Monica schools. Ladies and gentlemen, the purpose of the interview, the purpose of the meeting, the purpose of the face-to-face, or the purpose of the phone appointment is to uncover the real motivation, the real reason. I told you once before, this is called the Black Swan in the negotiating business. The Black Swan is the hidden meaning. Sometimes it's not hidden very deeply. You just have to ask the right questions to get what it is. Why are you moving, Mr. Seller? Why are you interested in selling this house? What are you going to do with the proceeds? Where are you going next? What is it that makes you in such a rush to get this thing done? Ask your questions with the intention of finding out what? The real reason. And remember, there's the reason people tell you they're doing something, and then there's the real reason they're doing it. Your job is to uncover the real reason. Find out why your people really are doing what they say they're doing. Find out why they're out on Mother's Day looking at houses. Is there some real motivation there? Oh, no, we're just looking. Well, then why are they out on Mother's Day just looking? Huh? There are people who go out in the rain and look at houses during an open house. If you really were just browsing, would you be out in the rain looking for a house? Think about it. Think about it. You know, it's so funny. I was at the car dealership the other day, and I was asking the guy how's business, and it had rained recently, and I said, do you hate it when it rains? I mean, does business drop off when it rains? He goes, no, we love it when it rains, because anybody who shows up to look at cars in the rain is really buying a car. Now, how interesting is that? Think about it. Anybody who's out in the rain shopping for a car is seriously looking for a car. Now, think about that. Apply that overlay to your business. What are people doing that indicates that they're really about to do something? I mean, you let people go in and out of your open house, and they go, oh, we're just looking, and they don't want to give you their phone number or their email because we're just looking. Well, what's the real motivation? They're out looking on spending their day looking at homes, and you let them off the hook by just saying, no, I didn't get their number. They just said they're just looking. They're just casual. Well, what the heck are they doing out going through open houses for? What are they out driving, using expensive gasoline and half of their Saturday and half of their Sunday looking at homes for if they're just looking? You really think it's just sport? Or you really think there's something back there that you haven't uncovered, that they just haven't told you about? Because there's the Black Swan. There's the real reason they're out spending half of their Sunday looking at looking at houses. They just haven't told you. They have a reason. Your job is to uncover that reason. Your job is to not let them off the hook. Find out exactly what's driving those people by asking questions. Be bold, be aggressive. Don't be afraid to ask questions. You got to wake up. I'm your passenger. I'm here to wake you up. Stop drifting and driving. Stop falling asleep. The fact of the matter is they are out for a reason. Your job is simply to find out what it is and deliver what it is they're truly looking for. Oh, this house isn't for us. We're just perusing. We're just browsing. We don't really know. Wait a minute. What doesn't work about this house? Start to get your questions so that they become more pointed, so that you're not afraid to ask the things that get you to the real reason that somebody's doing something. I want you to start practicing that. It's important. Ask more questions. Ask more pointed questions. Try to get to the real reason everybody's doing what they're doing. And you'll watch your sales go through the roof. All right, ladies and gentlemen, get out there and practice this stuff. This is your passenger, Daron Campbell, saying, wake up. Don't fall asleep at the wheel. Ask better questions. Get to the bottom of what somebody really wants. You find yourselves going crazy. Let's put this into practice, everybody. I'm Daron Campbell. I'm your real estate mentor. I'll see each of you, every one of you, at the top. Everybody.
Sleep, I slap you with the lethal doses of medicine. So wake up with organizing the brethren. King text your quicks better than your last fix. Severing whackness with sway, the host dose a fat mix. Baby dolls frontin', so Saturday nights open. Hopping on the 101, time scoping 92.3 degrees, choking on chocolate. FM dial smoking Prince Pole blows up from LA to Hoboken. I'm out. Yo, it's the wake up show. My genetic makeup take up 130 pounds of beef. But lyrics shake up like January 17th, crossover 16th. Them seasons protect your neck and wear a bulletproof vest on your tonsils. Amateurs, bandage your cornea. Cause you don't want to see California. See arsenic spitting arsenic. With Sway Tech and Joe Quicks on the mix. Spinal meningitis ain't as stiff as the rip of brass cast out slash like racist crackers with whips. Come equipped, you're losing your paraphernalia. I'm a hip hop apostle singing the gospel like Mahalia Jackson. Each Saturday, 9 until the break of dawn. Took cocaine on my tongue, you got crack. Now rock on, rock on, rock on, rock on, rock on, rock on. I'm fooling with my niggas on the wake up show. We kick a little something for the radio. I'm fooling with my niggas on the wake up show. We kick a little something for the radio.
Saturday night, get live, set it off right, swing with my peeps, King Tech. You'll pass the mic and turn the up tier. You hear the speaker blow, red sky, it's 9 o'clock. Time for the wake up show. To the breaker, you think I'm a say, doing what I say, day, cause it rhymes with sway. My word is born upon the scene, blotting out the mainstream, doing it right with your quakes on the mix.